children need to be protected wherever they are. And the travel industry is a conduit for people to travel to other countries, and those that want to exploit them will do that. And you're looking at some of the children that are most vulnerable, particularly children that are coming from the poor countries, the poor nations, children where there is the rule of law just doesn't apply. And you've got the bad guys who are willing to use this to exploit this. And therefore the travel industry can play a great role. And responsible tourism speaks volumes. Just the phrase in itself does mean that you are being responsible. And that means responsible not just for nature, but also responsible for the children, the world's most vulnerable group here.
I think one of the important points Bharti made yesterday is that for us to bring real change about and to stop this being a secret that none of us will talk about, we need to develop real partnerships. And how do you suggest we start doing that?
I think the partnerships need to be developed not just within the northern players, if you like, which is what's happening. Great many of us are coming together, but we need to start developing partnership with the community itself. We need to start working with the community, particularly where we know that the children are being pulled out from, recruited from for this kind of abuse. So let's start going out a little bit away from our kind of safe environments and start looking at where the real issues are and start discussing and start to understand why this is happening and then who takes the responsibility for addressing these issues.
I agree completely. People and Places, the organisation that I founded, we send skilled volunteers to work with the very communities you're talking about, and we're horrified by just how many of the large sending volunteer organisations have no child protection policies. So the message right from the very beginning, where the volunteers are travelling supposedly to do good, to be responsible, is these children are not worth protecting. And I think that's what we need. I don't believe the volunteers think that. But that's the message that's out there.
Yeah, and it sounds like what you're saying to me is that child protection needs to be part of our daily conversation. That we need to protect children, whether you are working in the hotel industry or you're planning to travel using a hotel elsewhere or using the travel medium in itself. So every single individual really needs to start talking about what it is like, what does it take to protect a child? Why does a child need protecting? What does the child need protecting from? These are the discussions that really need to be had. We've got good media coverage, good media exposure on the abuses of children that are taking place, not just in this country, in the United Kingdom, but across the globe. And I think it's about time that each individual in the household starts to discuss this.
And I think that if WTM have been World Responsible Tourism Day has been a fantastic platform for bringing this out. I've now attended 2 sessions on last year and this year, very poorly attended, but the word is beginning to get out there. It's very difficult to sell such difficult and complex problem to the travel industry, because the travel industry is selling dreams.